Fans love Little People, Big World's Tori Roloff's rare solo night out in gorgeous outfit. Dear loves, welcome to TLC Drama. Please do subscribe my YouTube channel. Tori Roloff, who used to star alongside her husband Zach and their family on the reality TV series Little People, Big World, shared a look at a rare solo night out to attend a concert with a friend in a new video. The mother of three shared a clip of what looked to be a girls' night out with a friend named Monique Sarah to see Kelsea Ballerini in concert in Portland, Oregon. In the clip, the two transformed into their glam country looks for the show. Roloff set the video to Ballerini's song Baggage, as she switched from casual shirts and shorts to a white lacy skirt and shirt combo with a denim vest over it, paired with stylish light brown cowboy boots. Her friend was also on theme with a black lace shirt underneath a denim romper and black boots. Fans showered the women in compliments, with replies like, "Love the fit and cute. You both look gorgeous. Have so much fun." Another proclaimed, "I must know where you got that dress. Gorgeous." Roloff shared links to her outfit in an Instagram story, revealing that she wore the Garden Flirt half-slip and Lady Luxe layering top, both from Free People. While the night out appeared to be just for Roloff and her friends, her kids were still a little involved, as she shared a behind-the-scenes clip on her stories of her daughter Lila helping countdown for filming the outfit transformation video. Sarah shared some more photos from the night out with Roloff, including a snap posing with a few other friends who also attended the show. Little People, Big World stars Zach and Tori Roloff have a lot going on with three young kids. But recently, the TLC personalities experienced more chaos than usual in the form of a house fire, prompting Tori to issue an important reminder to her followers. On Friday, September 20, Tori took to her Instagram stories to share details about a kitchen fire at their Battleground, Washington home. "Okay, for those asking about the fire yesterday that happened in our toaster oven, I burnt some cinnamon rolls. That's all it was," she said in a clip. "I think when I opened up the door to the toaster, it let the oxygen in, and it just took off." Tori explained that she was cooking fish, got distracted and forgot about the cinnamon rolls. As her eldest son, Jackson, 7, lamented not having any of the tasty pastries to enjoy, she agreed, telling him, "I want cinnamon rolls, too. But I burnt them." Tori continued in another video segment, "This is also your PSA to have your fire extinguisher somewhere in your house. Because we put ours in the garage when we redid our floors and never put it back in my pantry. It's now back in my pantry." It seems Zach and Tori got the situation under control without needing to call the fire department or seek medical care for any of their family members. In addition to Jackson, they share a daughter, Lila, 4, and a son, Josiah, 2. Hopefully, this branch of the Roloff family will soon enjoy homemade cinnamon rolls just without the added drama of their toaster oven catching on fire. Zach and Matt Roloff's relationship deteriorated because Matt listed part of Roloff Farms for sale, rather than selling it to his son. In a podcast episode, Zach admitted that his relationship with his father is non-existent. Zach and Tori are focusing on their own family and setting boundaries. They're avoiding troubled relationships. Little People, Big World star Zach Roloff provided an update on his relationship with his father, Matt Roloff. The breakdown between Matt and Zach played out on the show over the past few seasons, as they failed to resolve their disagreement over the family property. Zach and his wife, Tori Roloff, have announced they will no longer be appearing on the show, and it seems maybe for the best. In a recent episode of his and Tori's podcast, Zach addressed the state of his relationship with his father. Little People, Big World has followed the Roloff family for 25 seasons. The Roloffs own a pumpkin farm in Oregon, where most of the family is employed. Zach's 3 siblings stopped appearing on the show as they grew up and started their own families, leaving the spotlight on Zach and Tori. The complex dynamics of working on the farm together while also filming a reality show may have proved too much for Zach and Matt. Their relationship crumbled over business matters, with each side refusing to accept any blame. Zach and Matt previously had a close relationship, as shown on Little People, Big World. They spent a lot of time together working on the family's pumpkin farm, where Zach hosted personal tours of the property. However, a divide emerged within the family when Matt decided to sell the Roloff family farmhouse. Matt had retained the property after his divorce from Zach's mother, Amy. After his divorce from Zach's mother, Amy Roloff, Matt divided the property and lived in a small double-wide, listing the large house for sale. All members of the Roloff family acknowledged the sentimental value of keeping the house within the family. But when Zach made an offer, Matt refused to budge on the price. The father and son allegedly had some tense discussions, which also included Tori and Matt's fiancée Karen Chandler. Zach and Tori ultimately gave up on the purchase, and their relationship with Matt was damaged. Matt was never able to find a buyer at his desired price and resorted to listing the home as a short-term rental. Zach and Tori will no longer appear on Little People, Big World, but they are still providing insight into their lives as the parents of 3 young children. They launched their podcast, Raising Heights with Zach and Tori, in early 2024. On their podcast, Zach and Tori discuss parenting, their relationship, and updates about their family. The couple are honest with one another and appear to have a healthy relationship. In the second episode of Raising Heights Season 2, Tori asked Zach questions submitted by listeners. They touched on the history of Zach and Tori's relationship, the status of their house in Battleground, Washington, and their thoughts on parenting. When reflecting on his relationship with his kids, Zach acknowledged that part of growing up is realizing parents are not perfect. Zach said his relationship with Matt is not great and then added that it's not existent. He explained that after filming for Little People, Big World ended, the family took some time apart, allowing them some space to process. But when the show aired, it stirred up hard feelings nearly a year later. He called his father's denial and lack of accountability narcissism. Tori added that she and Zach do not keep their children away from their grandfather. Zach questioned whether there was more he and his family members could have done to reconcile. It's refreshing to hear him acknowledge that the blame might not be completely on his father. Tori refuted this, saying she thought Zach had tried his best. Zach tends to be too forgiving and must create boundaries with his family. Tori is often criticized for instigating the family divide, but she finds it necessary to encourage Zach to cut off toxic relationships because he can be too passive. As their time on Little People, Big World Season 25 comes to an end, it doesn't sound like Zach and Tori plan to reunite with Matt anytime soon. Once they're no longer forced to relive their disagreements on air, perhaps Zach and Matt will find the space they need to leave the past behind. For now, Zach is standing firm with the boundary he has created, even if it means he no longer has a relationship with his father. Zach Roloff addresses rumors about his kids seeing his parents, denying any interference in the family dynamics. Zach admits his strained relationship with Matt Roloff is still ongoing and acknowledges the need for space after leaving Little People, Big World. Matt Roloff supports Zach and Tori's decision to leave Little People, Big World and hopes for a reconciliation in the future, despite the current tension. Little People, Big World star Zach Roloff put to rest a major rumor that he and his wife Tori Roloff are preventing his father Matt Roloff and mother Amy Roloff from being able to see their grandkids. Little People, Big World Season 25, which recently aired its season finale after the Roloff family's reality show was off the air for over a year, felt like a farewell. Back in February, Zach and Tori announced they'd be leaving LPBW once the most recent season finished filming. There's speculation Little People, Big World itself might be over. Even though Zach and Tori have left Little People, Big World, they are still freely giving their thoughts on their reality TV fame via their podcast, Raising Heights. In the most recent episode of the podcast, Zach addressed rumors that he and Tori made a decision to separate their kids from Matt and Amy. "There's none of that going on," he bluntly said. "They're merely trying to raise their kids in the best way they can." He might have a toxic relationship with Matt, but according to Zach, that's not causing Matt not to see his grandkids. Even though Zach claims he's not meddling in his father's relationship with his grandchildren, the relationship Matt and Zach have with each other is still just as strained as ever, which the latter acknowledged on his podcast, saying, "It's not great. It's not existent, I guess. The filming ended, you kind give yourself some space." Once Little People, Big World Season 25 started airing several months later, it brought up some old wounds. The issues he and Matt have with each other have not been fixed. Zach then claimed he didn't do anything wrong and that the feud stems from narcissism. Zach did mention on the podcast that there have been times he could done better, which contradicted his earlier comment, but he didn't seem to want to take responsibility for any part he may have played in damaging his bond with Matt. "Nothing has changed, so why would we engage with other members of the Roloff family? Everyone has a toxic relationship in their life," he added. Zach needed to step away from the toxicity, but critics on social media made the situation even worse, according to him. For his part, Matt recently said he's happy that Zach and Tori made the decision to leave Little People, Big World because the reality show comes with a lot of stress, especially when they're trying to raise kids on camera. Zach's father believes that their feud will eventually dissipate, and they'll be able to come back into each other's lives like before, but it will take time. Regardless of whether Little People, Big World continues, hopefully, the father and son are able to put their differences aside and come to an understanding.